A brand new study published in 2026 has sent shockwaves through the world of cancer nutrition. Researchers from the Yale School of Medicine discovered that while the fat in olive oil, the untouchable superfood, sped up tumor growth, polyunsaturated fats, the ones found in those highly controversial vegetable oils, actually reduced it. Now, pancreatic cancer is easily one of the scariest diagnoses out there. Only about 13% of patients survive past 5 years. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what these scientists found, the critical details everyone is missing, and the recently discovered biological mechanism responsible for these results. We'll also look at how this study applies to humans, how it affects other cancers, and clear up the massive confusion this study is already causing. Plus, I am going to share a simple method to get the maximum health benefits from your olive oil without the risks. To see how different fats change tumor burden, which is basically the percentage of the pancreas taken over by tumor growth, researchers used genetically engineered mice. They split the mice into two main groups. The first group got a standard low-fat control diet. The second group got a high-fat diet where almost half their calories came from fat. But here's the twist. The researchers tested 12 different fat sources, including olive oil, butter, coconut oil, lard, and fish oil. When the results came in 12 weeks later, the differences were massive. The normal control diet resulted in a 30% tumor burden. But diets rich in oleic acid, the primary fat found in olive oil, were by far the strongest drivers of tumor growth. Oleic acid belongs to a group of fats called monounsaturated fatty acids, or MUFAs, and their molecular structure contains a single band, or Ni, in it. Olive oil spiked the tumor burden to 75%. Saturated fats weren't safe either. Both coconut oil and butter significantly increased the risk to 65%. The math was clear. The more monounsaturated oleic acid in the diet, the larger the tumors grew. And here is the most surprising discovery. While olive oil accelerates pancreatic tumors in male mice, females show a remarkable natural resistance. Fortunately, polyunsaturated fats, or PUFAs, act as a universal shield, effectively suppressing pancreatic cancer across both males and females. So what on earth is going on here? How did the main fat in olive oil become the bad guy? To explain why this happens, the scientists focused on a unique type of cell death called ferroptosis. Think of ferroptosis as a cellular rusting. When you eat fat, those fatty acids become part of the building blocks of your cell membranes. And the chemical structure of those fats determines how easily that cell wall can rust or be oxidized. Polyunsaturated fats have multiple bends in their structure, making them highly vulnerable to oxidation, which is a form of cellular rusting. When the mice ate these fats, their cancer cells' walls became fragile and rusted out, forcing the tumors to self-destruct. But monounsaturated fats, like the oleic acid in olive oil, only have one bend. They are chemically stable and highly resistant to rusting. By flooding the pancreas with olive oil, the tumor cells essentially wrap themselves in an armor of stable fat. Because they couldn't rust, they became bulletproof against ferroptosis. Now, before you throw out your olive oil, ferroptosis isn't something you want happening in your healthy tissue either. In diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, this exact same cellular rusting is what destroys neurons. And because these olive oil results were so unexpected, the scientists set out to verify if this actually applies to humans. The researchers analyzed data from the UK Biobank, which tracks nearly 500,000 real people. And much to their surprise, the human data aligned perfectly with the results in the mice. They discovered that people with the highest levels of monounsaturated fats in their blood also had a higher risk of pancreatic cancer. Meanwhile, those with the more polyunsaturated fats had a lower risk. And it's not just the pancreas. Broader studies show that gastrointestinal, colorectal, and lung cancers are also highly sensitive to this exact fat balance. But here is the crucial nuance everyone is missing. When researchers used the UK Biobank database without using blood lipid measurements to rank the heaviest risk factors for predicting pancreatic cancer, the strongest predictors were age, genetics, a history of pancreatic inflammation, diabetes, and cigarette smoking. So what do we actually do with this information? If you take this study too literally, you might think, if antioxidants and stable fats protect cancer cells, I should stop eating fruit and olive oil and switch to processed junk food. Obviously, that's wrong. The real answer is all about balance. Take free radicals, for example. We were always told they're just toxic waste causing aging. But in a healthy metabolism, a low, controlled level of free radicals is mandatory. It acts as a cellular signaling system, telling your body how to burn energy and adapt to stress. Too much is bad, but too little is dangerous. Your body is a master at finding that sweet spot, as long as you give it the right materials. The truth is, you can't isolate just one factor like oleic acid to predict your cancer risk. Cancer risk depends heavily on your overall metabolic health and immune system. In fact, people in that database didn't get sick because of excess olive oil. They likely had an unhealthy balance of dietary fats, a lack of omega-3s, alongside a compromised immune system, which is exactly why smoking, chronic inflammation, and diabetes remain such massive risk factors. And now, let's look at the easiest and most practical way to balance your dietary fats and protect your health. You need a perfect mix of fats so your body can build optimal cell walls. We can break these fats down into a spectrum based on how easily they rust. We start with the highly stable saturated fats, like butter and coconut oil. Move into the stable monounsaturated sources. Continue to the more oxidation-prone omega-6 fats from nuts and seeds, and go all the way to the highly fragile marine omega-3s. Together, these fats help create the balance your body needs for optimal health, while maintaining normal cellular defenses. A balanced diet checks every single box on this table in a weekly routine. And from there, your metabolism handles the rest. If you're overwhelmed by all the health advice out there, or trying to maintain a clean lifestyle, but keep slipping into old habits, you probably don't have a clear roadmap and a solid support system, a framework that helps you avoid unnecessary detours and stay focused on your path to recovery. Our Skool community was created for anyone affected by cancer. Inside, you'll get weekly live lessons on the integrated protocol for long-term cancer prevention and a supportive community that walks this path with you. If you're struggling with the fear of recurrence, you don't have to carry it alone. Joining this community is the right decision. Don't let fear weaken your natural defenses. Instead, channel it into meaningful actions to restore your resilience and rebuild trust in your body. And now, you know why this study doesn't mean olive oil is the enemy. But if you want to know which kind of olive oil actually fuels cancer, watch this video next.